today's bulletin, NPP manifesto projects cannot be found anywhere. Sami Jemfi. Traders at Circle Market ensures food security amid COVID-19. Also coming up, I will legalize Okada if voted into power, former President John Dramani Mahama. Government to use Pozzolano local breaks for infrastructure projects to cut imports. And on our international front, Hungarian activist groups demand implementation of law to ensure affordable housing. Good afternoon. Welcome to Pan-African News here at Pan-African Television with me, Ivy Abena Dede. We'll bring you details of these stories and some others after this short breather. Thank you for staying. The news in detail. Founder and flag bearer of All People's Congress, APC, Hassan Ayariga, has promised free health care for people with kidney-related diseases in Ghana. At the party's agenda to transform the health sector, Dr. Ayariga further indicated that he will resolve to embark on a massive infrastructure project within the health sector. He was speaking at the second National Delegates Congress of the party in Accra. The Congress, which was held on the theme Transforming Ghana and Restoring Hope, was the second National Delegates Congress of the All People's Congress to elect national executives and a flag bearer to steer the affairs of the party for the next 4 years. Dr. Hassan Ayariga, the leader and founder of the party, was acclaimed as the flag bearer of the party. In his inaugural speech, Dr. Ayariga confirmed the readiness of the party to contest and win the December polls. He outlined 20 key policies of the party. Among the policies are the provision of health infrastructure across the country with free dialysis for patients with kidney infections. He also mentioned that the Akufo-Addo-led government is crippling Ghanaian businesses and that the ACP, when given the nod, will support these homegrown businesses to excel.
Our banks are all collapsed. All the indigenous banks are gone. If you want to clean the banking system, you support the indigenous banks to operate. But today, we are fasting. Because all the indigenous banks and the banks in this country just belong to the foreigners. So this is what I'm talking about. Ghana is losing everything. Ghanaians are losing everything. And we are watching. The next time we wake up, we'll be showing the exit out of Ghana. And where will we go? Where will we call our home? Nowhere.
Get the populace in the area or in a defined area. But if we are thinking that okay, NDC has been in power, they have the money, NPP is also on the seat, they have the money, then this is where we will have challenges. So if we should ambiguate this statement, that will help the people around that change is for the people, but not for a political party.
The Sunyani Taxi Drivers Union in the Ahafo region have opened a new lorry station to help reduce congestion and struggle for vehicle in the municipality. Speaking at the event, Chidomhene of Danyame, Nana Bafwa I, indicated the need for chiefs and leaders to draw government's attention on developmental issues affecting their communities.
Nana menkwa me bacho. Wada uruma sa wo mpesua so ana wasase so na dwumade yi ko so. Na ja sa wo pede na nyame man empumtuo na na kanko. Nti na wa tutu atata abepie dwumade ase a wa bia no fefefe ehye nyame man na nyankopon de enemonyam ne. Ede wase nana ede wase enem se nema bebre na dwumade bebre na de wonima awosa wo hwe na wudi. Se de wo besia ya nyankopon shiraw nyankopon tu mfana mo nyankopon ma wonyini nche no ma Solomon Nyansa na umfamu.
The National Communications Officer of the National Democratic Congress NDC Sami Chamfi in a press briefing has pointed out numerous projects claimed to have been completed in the NPP manifesto as a blatant falsehood. According to Sami Jamfi, a visit by the NDC to some of the areas in various regions where the NPP claimed on have completed projects are non-existent.
The NDC National Communication Officer Sami Jamfi said the press briefing is an official response to the numerous lies peddled by the Vice President Dr. Bawumia on the said infrastructural achievement of the Akufo-Addo-led government.
This press briefing will focus on claims made by the Vice President Dr. Bawumia during government's recent town hall meeting in Accra and the NPP's 2020 manifesto, which was launched over the weekend. The National Democratic Congress has always been at the forefront of accounting to Ghanaians for their trust anytime we find ourselves in government. As torchbearers of probity and accountability, the NDC acknowledges the duty of every government to account to the people for their mandate and stewardship. Therefore, in principle, we have no qualms about the decision of the Akufo-Addo government to showcase what they describe as achievements through the results fair they held in Accra last week, Tuesday.
To explain further, he said most projects claimed by the NPP in their manifesto is a stolen Mahama and private-owned project. Thus, the ruling party has nothing to show the citizens of this country in terms of infrastructure development.
Distinguished friends from the media, apart from the hundreds of ghost, non-existent projects claimed by Dr. Bawumia and government's delivery tracker as achievements, there are equally thousands of Mahama and private-owned projects that have been appropriated by the 419 Akufo-Addo government. However, here again, for the sake of brevity, we shall cite a few verifiable examples to illustrate this point. Stolen project number 1. Ongoing construction of 2 6-unit classroom blocks with auxiliaries, borehole, and 10-seater micro-flush toilet at Asronase, Kwadendeng in the Tyne district.
4 years had access to just 183 billion. They've had access to 370 billion. And this is what they have to show. Can we see the next one? Please. Show the next one. Yes, all these ones. All the times. The next ones. Yes. These are unplastered toilets. These were the projects I was talking about. These are some of the projects. Yes. So we are not saying that these projects are not important. We are not saying they are not necessary. They are necessary at the rural level. Okay? But if you are a government, which promise one district, one factory, one village, one town, $1 million per constituency, one district, one hospital, one district, one market, one region, one theater, and all those grandeur promises they put the people of this country in the run-up to the 2016 elections. And if you are a government which has had access to over 370 billion Ghana cedis, almost double what John Dramani Mahama had, then you should be showing more substantive, more significant achievements than these achievements.
Still in politics, former President John Dramani Mahama, during one of his campaign tour, has said he will legalize the operation of commercial motor, popularly known as Okada, when elected into power. The former president's promise seems to be a call in the right direction for commercial motor riders in the country.
Police harassment has been one of the main concerns of commercial motor riders in the past years, as the operation is seen as illegal. Okada, though tagged illegal, gained grounds in the country as it becomes the only easy job opportunity for a section of the unemployed youth. In an earlier report filed by Pan-African Television, Fauzu Masawudu, at the Kwame Nkrumah Circle interchange, the riders reiterate police harassment as an obstacle to the progress of the business.
A police for motor hire they call Okada Juma because of Oman Penise Okada ye Juma wo Ghana Hanum Nonti ma Juma ne yadi ma.
So for no yanim idea na omo hire sa no because over passenger now over traffic so now ujina over na obetu ke wase wachiu nte wachiu no muko officer obisa say o lances obiwa o lances obeju sika say na obeji dia one lances say obeju sa sika na nte ene na ma police phone sa haya sa
no le police le at times say oba na police ona oba wo le oba le lift e ba ya oba yi le show le shika she bole femo movement no move from an inch ni different police anabo e ba femi ni ba mobo ke mobo who first in the build the lances ale ko le passenger wo helmet she can commit this offenses le but like at least any offer no confio no confio to moten no confio ba sanole ole no confio mo o to no confio at least ka keke mo awon e ko le 050 le 50 Ghana ni e de enye patio no ofio en de ka 50 Ghana ye mi egba ona oh no le egba ona ken ni tumo hiwa o ba nye no na no ko tumo 100 alo 15 a day. She call like a 900 cities.
The situation will now become a thing of the past should the flag bearer of the National Democratic Congress and former President of the Republic, John Dramani Mahama, be given the nod to rule again, as he promised to legalize the Okada business.
And I say when we come into office, we'll legalize Okada, but we'll regulate it.
The East Legon branch of the Ghana Private and Transport Union, GPRTU, in the Ayawaso municipality has raised concerns about floating vehicles engaged in illegal loading at the union's lorry station. According to the union, drivers from Tema en route to La Paz through to Katsua are not allowed to pick passengers at the station, but are free to alight any passenger aboard their vehicles at the bus stop, a regulation drivers of floating vehicles are not heeding to.
Floating vehicles are commercial vehicles without a registered lorry station, where the operations are recognized and can be traced in times of emergency. These vehicles oftentimes load at designated bus stops, which is against road, traffic regulations, or randomly load on the shoulders of the road, causing vehicular traffic on that stretch. The situation has become the bone of contention between union drivers whose stations are situated close to the main roads. Speaking on the basis of anonymity, an official of East Legon branch of the Ghana Private and Transport Union, GPRTU, in the Ayawaso municipality, bemoans the illegal act, which he says has posed security threat to passengers, especially during the night.
So we decided to come up. You know, we have to manage the transport business, you know. It is where the passengers are. You know, they have to manage the trauma. You know, the trauma, I don't mean to tell you how we have a trauma. You give a proposal. A group has been a proposal and a how is funny behind issue or has there was even a press conference at the airport police station. Not accident, actually every week. Accident. Because according to the cars, no moving up or moving in Abia, now a bus stop no you. na outside cars no trotro no almost all be drag pa hom dey wise standing point in load it is accident this year na acquire the cost of cars this year because the cars if drag pa no load na sa other cars no be park no ma block the pan it car at the point of me so no mobile hom dey to mu say station bi ha aba medu ana na choke na pan car bo bi every month car bo bi since accident nipa bi anwuye go on cross so say on na car bo on na tell you go for on dey go to sir nyama say you provide na the municipal what half of the municipal you will soon provide it. You get a point. So that is the basic information.
Yes, station no aye bi no em say mabame mo be boa ya ma ebia minim penifone mo di nkomo bebre de tie na say station afi ne ahya ase bi na problems na ye face ni bi ni say enka o mu nyina me fro car e wo ha station wo ha na so cars na twem no mo ha ye o mo mo aye nti ama eduru ba bia na e wo say ye so ye de any break akra from because cars ni do so na wo mu nyina so etua daily use na kakra no no ana gere so eboabo no drivers ne ye de hwe ye ne mba ne ye yire no ne ade enti sisi amaba em se o makane ma bibra chem na meni ho de se mote de mo hunu no kwan be na mo so mo betie ye na mo hunu mo betumi afa so aboai amana yi ye try say ye be ya ekofom a na abaso ekofom a na abaso so ho enti na de ezi be say ye sa akra che kakra de nanso no afi na ya ye say da bi ye nso ya nkekan ho hia ye ma ye nkrofo bi gina hetu eska de bia o mo kofie so kra mo ntumi ya akoma abode adwuma na ye de
pay or the Pache taxi and Dotto station. But a demon tiasi. No man, they don't say, you're bombardier beer station now. Passengers running close main station in Kofuka. No Mujina found no more for car. Their first one say, your best stoppers are in the year. Where's to swap them? Oh, then a decision no Mujina in ye. The person say, enforce be and to said, yeah, come on, Ania. Say, passing a year for try a check driver. Some land the bar, a bit of course, some money down. Say, Saturday now, Madia, no park, no.
We trust your wife. One more you want to put in your bunny now, sir. Tramophonic now, was your. Nissan say, I'm feeling efficient. There's no any street light. Yeah. 2 person, if you only 2 pedal or
This is our main news bulletin here at Pan African Television, Pan African News. My name, Abena Dede. We bring you the remaining of our stories after this short break.
Breakfast a day. Every day. Every day.
Nestle. Good food, good life.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Breakfast good day, every day.
Nestle. Good food, good life.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Now to some other stories. Traders at the Kwame Nkrumah Circle Market have said they are adhering to the COVID-19 safety measures to ensure foods are being sold under hygienic conditions for safety of themselves and their customers. According to some vendors, business have been slow since the outbreak of the coronavirus. This they attribute to fear of contracting the virus.
Yamfa yansan so nyade ne yamfa mani pan ya de rubber sha yansan san yadam and the senti scanner so ya badge so scanner so yamfa yansan yamfa kan pani sem ne yanji scan and the market ne dem koye kra because obi wo be na jin so be to bi obe yan yare benu intom on beto kra intansa na yare benu baba ebeba no de wedin ke du ni dwada dada
bien to lo ke bonu wo fi ope ja no pe je wo enu ke saman wo fi waga forward e ka watch mo ka be ga ska ha buwe o ba forward bo na fi ko ni ya ela ne ba ke ga ska ha ke ko ri e mo e ga ska ha buwe ke ko forward no tumo de fi ela nye ebo o wala silin o ba ko wo ni ke bo na ke wo kura wo o da bo ni o ba kura wo ko wo kura wo e ke ele ko nye ba wala silin dia ne ele ani jala fi fite ya ke wo bina ke ila bi wo fi ko jala fi fite ya wo shingo dromu na ya ni wo yo wo bi ene wo ko bebi wo na ko ku ebi dromu won ko eno tuba wo ko bebi e ko shina ko wo ebi ene kula wo e fan ebi ya ke wo ko eno tuba
enti mehwe se nhihye ya o mampanyi ne mpanyefo de agu akwan mu no se yen hye nose mask eni na ye hukuru ensa emre ne abremu na hand sanitizer no so ye nsu enti eno na mehwe a me di tu nkrofofo eni mefiefofo enti abre ne abre nyina no ye ne sa enti mefie eni edwe a ye wo mu nyina no obia enya biye say ye hwe emrenye adwuma yi na me ya danka obeba na mete ha na mehye nose mask na meto me just kan kakra hand sanitizer no e wo me bag mu na mafa na me yusu mu a me wonsuo wa ha na mahohoro mensa nti saa na me so me de kyerɛkyerɛ nkrofo ni me fiefo nyina business ne de abafam nyame no kurani abafam pa atofo na wo mo ba beto ade ma ye no they say wo mo ma nti ema ama ho kyerɛ akan kakra ena ni titru no so yen ha no nanka ahomatwe pa ididwa pa ba sesi ya no nipa dodo ni nyina kotudu enti atofo no wom kakra onka esa omo ba ye nchen no wom kotudu ahomache kodi wom dwa no wo ho enti e ma omo ma ye nchen ewa nti chese e ha setra no ayedin amaye
yesi yangu yensa da ne da enfa ya nya nso a enfa sanitizer afenso ya Veronica bucket no ye wo bi na si wo no na sanitizer no so ye wo bi na face mask no so e bo modi se ye wo no mi se mi wo mi ensa wo mi bag mu a se ba ko yira mi ti mi fa e de e hye sania obi ba obekasa gu mi so a mi nya bi enti se de o mo se ye mo ye ho ban no yenso ye ni abira ye bo ye ho ban eduma no de akwa afam ti se to ye fruit fuoi one batokura wosoro sabia eduane ne bia ka na ne ade metempa bo ni yeguso empa aba yeguso a ye so ye bo ho wode
mimi wo sanitizer wo ho se obi so obeto ade a me di ye minsem na sometimes sumi wo mu shield no wo ho se me hu so obi ben me a na me di shield na akata me secondly sumi wo we nose cover no su wo ho ena sometimes you se me jisika na ma sanitize me nsa me wonsu wo ene na mandumi an shedwan papa me wonsu wo ansu nkrofo ba me nchen ya na maka che omuso mko ru omu nsa nsa na omu aba ojodi de enko ni pepepe se first no ama for first no omusuru se ombeye den omba beto ade ba omukase omudi fruit no omuba kakra but nkofo aye wo a ewo big places a ombe fanya mama ya omkoye no omudi omumba bio.
Now this is the current state of the whole airport. The $25 million whole airport project, which was started by the erstwhile John Mahama administration, has been abandoned by the current government. The project, which was scheduled for completion in September 2016, has 1,900 meters runway, traffic control tower, 150 capacity passenger waiting area, an ultra-modern Airbus terminal, and automatic fire detention system. My colleague Ivan Barnes visited the area and has filed this report.
So we are currently inside Ho in the Volta region of Ghana, and as you can see behind me is the Ho airport. And now in 2015, 18 September, the former president of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, had a groundbreaking ceremony to usher the Ho airport. Now the company or the airport is in line with the Ghanaians, the Ghanaian government's goal to have airports across all the 16 regions in this country. Now the estimated cost for this project, that is the whole airport, is estimated to be $25 million to be able to get this project done. Yes, as you can see, the project is already done. So now the company that constructed and built the whole airport clearly stated that this project will be finished or will be done by May 2017. Now as you can see, or as you all know, we are in 2020 as a stand. Election is even about starting, yet the project, as you can see, the whole airport has not been commissioned yet. It is not in action. It has not been ushered for the people to start using the whole airport. It's been left, it's been abandoned. As you can see, there are weeds, engulfing the whole place, and it's extremely sad. This is a project that the taxpayers' money was used, and obviously it is only important that, given the fact that it was the taxpayers' money that was used to build or to construct this project, it needs to be commissioned so that people can have the benefits of exactly what their money was used for. It's extremely sad. Now it's worth noting that this airport covers about 1,500 acres of land. Yes, 1,500 acres of land. All the roads are constructed. As you can see, the road is already done. The street light is being put across. The airport is already done, but it's quite unfortunate that the place has not been commissioned yet to start or to be used, and this is the taxpayers' money. This is our money that was used to get this thing done. It's as a result of the fact that one government came into section and started it, and because it's not my government that started it or did it, I'm not going to commission it for the good people to, as it were, have of the money that they've been paying as tax. We need to look at some of these issues very well. This is an airport that would inure to the benefit of all of us, the good people in the Volta region.
Today on Health, we take a look at the health benefit of Philanthos. Philanthos niruri is a widespread tropical plant commonly found in coastal areas, known by the common names gill of the wind, stonebreaker of seed, underleaf, and regularly used to treat a variety of chronic diseases and everyday ailments. There's more on this one.
This is believed to help with age-related cognitive issues. In a marine study, the extracts of Philanthus produced a dose-dependent improvement in memory scores. Philanthus also successfully reversed the amnesia induced by scopolamine and diazepam. Its health benefits include promoting healthy digestion and addressing digestive disorders. According to the United System of Medicine, Philanthus is used to stimulate digestion in the stomach, and it is useful for sores, in chronic dysentery, and for jaundice. It is also used for constipation, irritable bowel system, flatulence, ulcer, vomiting, intermittent fever, kidney stones, and hemorrhoids. It maintains regular elimination, helping to clear accumulated toxins in the gut.
Business news is next.
Hello?
Oh, Sisiana sound.
Okay, why? Hey, my wife comes and send a message. You. No, she's going to move.
Hello. You know, Kosu. What's happened?
It's your child who will be a quiet say what?
Besides, when a fair, I'm so used to. No, I was not testing messages here. And I office so. I'm trying to tell you, she says, I
mean, so we a guy manu and may young who could look cry. And also wants a family drilling company limited for Kana.
What's the name? Family Drilling Company Limited.
Ye two borehole, biofuel, biogas, swimming pool, plumbing works in Naso, ye be, Frey 0240-333-111, and Nasa 0244-144-822.
Miampa and you want swimming pool me fee. Me want to be here. Family Drilling now. Family Drilling. Me out with that shit.
It's incredible! Bang on target!
In business, the Akufo-Addo-led government said it will prioritize the use of pozzolana cement as part of the effort to use more local content in developing the country's infrastructure. According to the governing New Patriotic Party's newly launched 2020 manifesto, such local materials would be used more in government's significant investments in public infrastructure development, which covers roads, schools, hospitals, clinics, office buildings, among others.
The document said most of our roads are constructed with asphalt overlay or with bitumen surface dressing, and most public buildings are constructed with cement and concrete materials, adding that 90% of the raw materials for producing these two primary products are, however, imported, costing the country more than $1 billion annually. On the other hand, the document noted, I quote, "We have demonstrated the availability and durability of local building materials, including bent bricks and pozzolana cement. Several bricks factories can be found in Ahafo, Ashanti, Bono, and Central regions. We also have 2 pozzolana cement factories in Ghana. Over the next 4 years, we will actively mainstream the use of these and other local materials in public sector's infrastructure projects," it's noted.
Most smallholder farmers in the northern region have reduced their size of land they usually cultivate due to a lack of capital, raising concerns of looming food shortage. According to the farmers, the outbreak of COVID-19 affected the sale of their produce as demand for foodstuffs fell following the 3 weeks lockdown in Accra and Kumasi, the 2 major market centers for their produce.
As a result, farmers could not raise the needed capital to purchase input for the new farming season. Each farming season, farmers reserve a part of their farm produce to sell during the lean season in order to get capital for the next season. However, following the partial closure of some cities in the country as a result of COVID-19, farmers up north could not transport their produce for sale. Those who managed to get buyers sold their produce at ridiculously low prices and consequently generated very low income. Rashida Smaila, a farmer, says she has reduced the number of acreages she used to plow due to lack of funds to employ the services of a tracker as well as procure other farm input. A recent assessment carried out by the World Vision of the impact of COVID-19 on livelihoods shows that the pandemic has affected about 80% of subsistence farmers in Gushigu and Karaga district in the northern region and need urgent intervention. The Peasant Farmers Association earlier raised similar concerns over the impact of the pandemic on food security, particularly among smallholder farmers, and called for support from government and its development partners.
Let's move straight to our international front. Hungarian housing rights people demand an intervention from the local bodies, especially the Budapest district municipalities, to regulate the commercial use of rental apartments in the Hungarian cities in order to ensure affordable housing for all. The demand was made by a various City of Everyone group during last week in the wake of a law enacted on August 1 by the Hungarian government, which empowers municipalities in the capital city to limit the maximum number of nights an apartment can be rented out for tourism purposes.
The Hungarian government, led by Viktor Orban, had approved the legislation Airbnb Act allegedly to support the hotel industry per year. We urge the local government to regulate the utilization of apartments for tourist purposes in a maximum of 30 days per year. This restriction will still create an opportunity for a homeowner to rent his own apartment during a possible longer trip or during the summer, during the travel home of university students not living in the capital and during the year, to rent his property for a short term. However, it still helps to grow the market for long-term apartments and to decrease rent prices, so those who don't have their own flat can get affordable housing, added the group. Radical Left Party in Hungary also demanded the regulation of use of private flats and apartments in Budapest for tourism purposes. The housing crisis that has been going on for decades is aggravated by the fact that owners rather use their properties as a home hotel instead of long-term spending. These practices radically reduce the number of properties that can be rented, which are extremely important for those who want to work or study in Budapest, said the party.
On August 22, the housing rights groups in UK, Akron, observed a national day of action by organizing both online and field demonstration, demanding to stop evictions of homelessness during the pandemic. Even though the government announced that the eviction ban would be extended for a month and that tenants must now be given a 6-month notice on an eviction, the activists have said the landlords can still apply Section 2(4) notice of possession to their tenants to begin the process to take possession of a property.
Brighton, Cambridge, Cardiff, Coventry, Lancaster, Leeds, Liverpool, Manchester, Newcastle, Norwich, Nottingham, Oxford, Sheffield, Stoke and Sweden took socially distanced actions outside of courts where eviction proceedings will be heard. In Manchester, around 80 members of ACON have taken out a march to various property letting agencies, including Thornley Groves Letting Agency, and assembled in front of Manchester Civil Justice Court. Towards the National Day of Action, ACON has stated that the government announced that the eviction ban would be extended for a month and that tenants must now be given a 6-month notice on an eviction. But this is not enough. Landlords can still hold Section 2(1) over tenants' heads. Tenants are still in debt and struggling to pay the rent. The majority of tenants move out before eviction notices get to court, so we're still going to see a wave of evictions once the ban is lifted. We need rent debt cancelled and an immediate and permanent end to Section 2(1) evictions. Earlier in May, this year also, ACON has organized mobilizations across the UK demanding the government to immediately resolve homelessness and other grievances, including rent debts during the COVID-19 crisis.
Credit to our international partners, People's Dispatch. Michael Entwibosi is on standby to take us to the world of sports.